It's Saturday, bank holiday weekend, and we are currently on the way down to the yard to pick up the Sam's daily in front of the road trip. We are in the R, which is the most impractical Sam's now new daily, even though the actual daily, the GTD, is just sat there.
I've not used it for weeks.
I've used it more than he has. So the R is fully back together. I mean, I don't think I haven't finished uploading all the videos and whatever for it, but it is working, so that is something to look forward to. It does eventually get done. So we're just literally just about to pull around the corner, open the yard up, grab trailer out, straps are all in the back of the car, so I don't have to worry about that. This thing is a bit noisy. Yeah. So literally taking the belt off. I have a VCDS cable on my lap, because obviously Volkswagen, being a Mark 5 platform, lights, management, whatever. So the R is there, I'll say in all its glory. And the 6 is right here. Pick that up, get trailer on, pack this thing away, and yeah, we'll take off on the merries to pick up. When I say another project, it's yeah, we normally buy vehicles that are rolling shells. This time is not quite even a rolling shell, is it, Sam?
No. It's got good body panels. That's the reason I'm buying it.
Well, Sam says it's got good body panels.
It's good for its age. It's better. I'd say it's better condition than the R for bodywork, other than one dent.
Okay, so we're going to see exactly how true that is. I mean, I haven't seen it.
I've seen it in the daytime.
Sam's been to see it in the daytime, so.
And I took the R to go and view it.
Right, get loaded up. Let's be on our way. Oh, done and loaded up. Well, with our parts on it. We just pulled up down the road from the yard, just making sure that the straps are all good. Obviously, it's always a good thing to do. When things are moving, start to be able to check that nothing is going to fall off, which you definitely don't want when driving along, especially down dual carriageways and such. Well, you don't want it anywhere, not alone, just dual carriageways. But just a couple more clicks on the straps and set back off on our journeys. Right, fast forward a week. This is literally the Saturday afterwards. I wish I did actually record something last week, because the weather is absolutely miserable today, and it's probably not really great, so I'm going to get this bit done quickly outside and then go back inside so I don't get too wet. The car was all back fine. We built it up on the guy's driveway. I wanted to get some shots, but obviously I feel quite rude of trying to film on someone else's driveway. But the car was basically, there was nothing on it. It was completely empty, no subframes, no axle, no nothing. So we brought with us, as you saw, some of the bits and pieces that are on the back off of Sam's old Mark 3 VR6. I say old, the current one that we're still doing, but that's been put on hold. We've got, like, we built it up, took about an hour or so to drop all the bits up and on it, and we put it on the trailer and brought it back. So the plan is, Sam's plan is to take some of the R32 bits that was in the kart build and put it inside of this. So well, I got in theory, but we don't know much about it, so I shall do the odd flipper around. And this is what we're working with. So actually, one thing I did compliment, the bay was a lot cleaner than I imagined for a Mark 3. I mean, if I can go around, you can see the extent of that. I mean, I was very surprised. I was expecting rusty and rotten. So we've got the pair of new shafts that was bought for the Mark 3 project. They're in here, obviously the rack. Oh, it's still a Mark 3 project. It's just a different Mark 3 project. So it's all the wide track setup. We're going to put in one of our R32 lumps. Sam's got a Mark 3 cabbie that will be taken apart at some point. And we're going to put are we using the mounts from that one?
I've got a set of mounts.
You've got a set of mounts anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, some bits and pieces we maybe needed. So we're going to basically mount an R32 up. We've got a Mark 3 VR box. That should go in. The wire and the loom, Sam has got the idea of that he's going to have this thing done and running for VW Breakout, which is at the last weekend of this month.
Less than 3 weeks to go.
Less than 3 weeks. So how things get done we may opt for the easy option, which would be, I'll say the cart here, just pull everything back out of it and drop that alongside whatever existed inside of the Mark III, just to get something in a running. So the clocks are probably going to end up being on the glove box there, wiring loom here, there. We'll just basically work with what we've got to try and get it to work, because we know that setup does work 100%. It did work and it run. The engine wise, we had some bit of a changes on which block we're going to use, so I shall transition to inside, because yeah, rain, horrible, miserable British weather. So everyone knows that we've got a million R32 engines. This is one of the ones that we pulled out for the collection. So this came out of our A3 3.2 that we had in for braking. This engine was basically a timing chain stretched. So we bought the timing chain kit, which I think we did mention in one of the things before, that we had a £60 kit, I think it was.
I think it was £60 delivered when I had, there was an offer on eBay.
So
I got 20% off.
Really is. Next up, so we're going to trial that, so to speak. I say, can't imagine it's going to be terrible or have too much issues, but at the end of the day, if it does, it's a in the name of science. But all this is pulling apart. Obviously, take a box off. We're not going to do this. Let's go to the into the pile. Put the timing chain kit on it. We'll put the VR6 on. I've got a new clutch kit for that, haven't you?
I've got a new Beck clutch up on the shelf. I've got a 5-speed O2A flywheel kicking about, and I believe my boxes. I don't know where I put them. Yeah, I've got an O2A somewhere.
Then the other bits and pieces. We've got one of our R32s. We've got loads of, I think, yeah, just kicking about. So that one was a R32 we stripped down that had a smash sump.
It was involved in the crash.
What cams did it have? I can't remember off the top of my head, but
it were cat cams.
So,
I can't remember what spec they were, but they had a set of cat cams, and that's what the ECU for that one is for.
Yeah, this was the engine that was in the cart, so we're leaving this one as is, because everything, the box itself is damaged. When we had the impact on the cart, it damaged that, but that's pretty safe. I think we'll pull the ancillaries off actually, aren't we, on that one?
The ancillaries off of the cart's engine, just because we know that stuff works with the ECU that we've got. And then
the cams out of that one to go into the engine we've got, with the ECU. It was, as I think we mentioned in one of the kart videos, the ECU was roaded at I think 280 something horsepower, I believe it was.
283 or 282, I think it was.
So we were a bit sceptical on that, because that's quite a lot for a VR6, but it had the printout to prove, so who knows. We're not too fussed anyway, as long as it's slightly better than standard, because how fast, Sam, is an R32 out of the box?
Slow. I took Tom out in the blue one the other day, and he was like, "Oh, is that it?" I was like, "Yeah, that's all it is."
Yeah, not fast. So this will only take us pretty much this evening, or to have to get all these bits stripped off, down, taken apart, basically get all this. Apart from is missing it, so I'm gonna whittle. Get it back in, get in the car, bring it in, basically then it's just go for off, so everything was just put up very loosely from underneath up the subframes and the beam. Sorted the brakes out, and we've got put some Mk 4 calipers on it, and basically Mk 4 brakes set up. Got some, I think, 288 fronts, so we've plenty enough for what we need. It's got the VR6 rears, I believe they're staying on it, aren't they, Sam? Yeah. And who knows? Sam reckons it'll be done in 3 weeks. I'm not confident, but if it isn't done, we did the kart quicker, but the kart I believe was easier, because the kart was just everything custom that we could just basically make things fit really easily. But wiring didn't work, just literally cut it with a angle grinder and tape it up. This needs to be done a bit better if it's going to be an actual car you want to use on the road.
Oh yeah, it's got to be an MOT, before then as well. So
yeah, 'cause it's not going on the trailer. Because the idea being for breakout, I want to take my anniversary 180 down on the trailer, so this has to go down on its own steam, which will be a mission.
Self-propelled.
So, there's that. Stay tuned to everything else that you're going to see. However many, we'll try and capture as much as we can, but the annoying thing is, obviously, when things get more and more rushed, it gets more and more difficult to take pictures and videos. So if anybody wants to come down and give us a hand filming stuff for us, that would save me a lot of headache. Catch you all later. Remember to subscribe.